we're back again with another video, guys, and we are now officially just a few days away from NBA 2K22, and 2K has been giving us a lot of news. We've been getting some screenshots, we've been getting some information here and there, and I'm super excited for the game to come out already, and we just got, what, a few more days to go, and NBA 2K22 will be here. I'm gonna dive right into my team. Maybe we'll play some park, maybe some city and stuff like that. We'll see what happens. And so today, for today's video, we know that we're gonna be getting some more My Team news very soon, because 2K ended up letting us know that we're gonna be getting the rest of, like the vlog and stuff like that this week. And so today, we're going to be looking at some concepts. I'll be giving you guys some of my predictions and some players and some cards that I want to see as rewards nice and early for my team for 2K22. Now, before we do get started, guys, as you know, we're doing daily free gift card giveaways. So if you want to join that free gift card giveaway and walk away with a PlayStation or Xbox gift card, all you have to do right now is leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know down below in the comments right now your predictions, and also let me know some rewards that you guys want to see, whether it's maybe a collector level card, maybe some token players, maybe some starter players. Let me know down below. This right here was the previous winner. You got 24 hours to message me, that way I can get you your gift card. And like I said, today we're gonna get right into the video. So we're gonna be going over some players that I want to see become a reality for 2K22, because again, we're gonna be getting the new game very soon. We got a few more days to go, and so without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. So really quickly, I do want to give a big shout out to my boy Paulito. He came up with all the card art in today's video, so make sure to follow him on Twitter. His link will be in the description below. And without further ado, now let's get right into it. So as you guys know, every single 2K since 2K, I believe 20 and then 21, obviously, we had those starter packs, and I'm assuming we're gonna be seeing something very similar in 2K22. Now in 2K20, we did have Derrick Rose, we had Tracy McGrady, we had Vince Carter, we had Hakeem, and then we did also have Dirk. Now those right there were our 5 starters for 2K20, and then for 2K21, if you guys remember, this year we had Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, Kevin Garnett, and Shaq. And so for 2K22, I wouldn't mind seeing something very similar. I'm assuming they'll probably give us, if they go that route, they'll give us a point guard, a shooting guard, a small forward, a power forward, and center. And my predictions for those cards are gonna be the following. So at center, I would not be surprised if we end up seeing like a Will Chamberlain. Again, these are just concepts, these are some ideas and my predictions that I want to see for 2K22, but Will Chamberlain would be an amazing starter pack player, and obviously, he would go up to maybe like a ruby, maybe a sapphire. They would start as an emerald, and then obviously you could evo it too. So that would be like the starting center that we could get for the starter pack. Now at power forward, I would love to see a Tim Duncan. Why not give us Mr. Phenomenal? He'd be, I feel like, a really good big guy as well that you can choose from. That wouldn't really be that overpowered, and again, these are just like the base cards anyway, so it wouldn't be too cheesy. So I feel like Tim Duncan would be amazing. Now for the small forward position, I would not mind getting a Larry Bird. Could you imagine a Larry Bird as one of the players? Because I want 2K to give us like some really good options to where we're like, ooh, which one do we want to pick? Because usually there's always like 2 or 3 good ones that you really want to go for, and then the others are like whatever, right? So I feel like Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, and Wilt, that would really get you thinking like, I wonder which one I want to end up picking, and so on. So those would be pretty cool. Now at shooting guard, I would not mind seeing maybe a Scottie Pippen. Now I know Scottie Pippen is more known as a small forward, but he can definitely play the 2 and the 3. So I wouldn't mind seeing a Scottie Pippen. Maybe he could be the small forward one, and then 2K could do something else for the shooting guard. Now when it comes to the point guard, I would not mind seeing CP3. CP3, I know, is not the most broken card out there, but I want him to get an early card nice and early. That way people use CP3 early instead of like waiting until the end like they did this year for 2K21, where they gave us an invincible CP3 at the end. I feel like maybe just give it to us in the beginning. That way we can use a natural point guard, and then if people want to get them, they can. If not, maybe they can select from these other ones. And so those 5 players right there would be my predictions for, the starter players and everything like that. Let me know down below in the comments, will you pick one of these cards? Maybe you got someone else in mind. Let me know down below. But for me though, I would love to see these cards become the starters. We have CP3, Scottie Pippen, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, and Will Chamberlain. I would not mind seeing it. For me personally, I would probably go with Will Chamberlain. Have a nice little, big fella out there. If this was, to become the actual thing, we'll see what happens once 2K releases either the game or if they tell us, nice and early. We'll see how that goes. But those right there are my predictions for the top 5, starter pack players that we could potentially be seeing for 2K22. And now let's talk about the token market. As you guys know, this year, like, the token market was non-existent. I'm really hoping for 2K22 that 2K just completely gives us a reason to get tokens nice and early on in the year, and then obviously throughout the year with, new rewards, packs in the token market, and so on. And I'm really hoping that happens for 2K22. Now when it comes to some players that we could potentially be seeing, something that I really enjoyed that 2K did in 2K19, they had a Will Chamberlain. You guys can see a screenshot right here. In 2K19, he was the first reward card that was like a Galaxy Opal. That was like the best tier back then that you could definitely go for. He wasn't available right away. You obviously had to grind for him, and I'm hoping that 2K does something similar for 2K22, where they'll show us the cards, for the final tier that are available available. You just got to get all the tokens and stuff like that, kind of like how they did in 2K19. So I'm hoping they do something similar, and then maybe we'll see, you know, some players and stuff like that. They did something similar too also in 2K20, where they ended up showing us Grant Hill, they showed us Penny Hardaway and David Robinson nice and early. Obviously you couldn't get it in the first, you know, day, but it also gave you a reason to want to get tokens nice and early. You know, we had those players become available, so I'm really hoping that 2K goes that route where they show us, you know, nice and early the players for the top tiers in the token market, and then that way we know, like, hey, you know, if you want to get those players, we can get tokens now and then eventually get it as we play more and more and more. And so I'm hoping 2K goes that route instead of, you know, how they did it this year in 2K21, where they basically had the Galaxy Opal rewards, you know, basically you couldn't unlock them because there wasn't enough players. They really only gave us up to pink diamonds for 2K21. So I'm hoping for 2K22 we end up seeing some dark matters nice and early, because for 2K21 the token market was not the best. It wasn't even good at all. Like, it was bad. So I'm hoping, again, 2K22, I want the token market to be amazing. Now when it comes to some players that we could potentially be seeing, I'm hoping they go the route of like 2K20, where we see 3 dark matters that we can go after. That way we can start getting tokens nice and early, have a reason to play, you know, triple threat or stuff like that. That way we get more tokens and so on. And so some players that I would love to see would be, of course, the first one, dark matter Karolinko right here, of all people. Tell me you would not want to grind tokens in the beginning of the year of 2K22 if Karolinko was one of the rewards. Now obviously you would still have to go through the emeralds, the sapphires, the rubies, the amethysts, the diamonds, the pink diamonds, the galaxy opals, and then eventually the dark matters, which would take you, you know, some time, but you know, the fact that you could actually see them, it would give you a reason to want to do it. For those that want to do it, obviously, if you don't want to do it, you know, at least hopefully it gets updated throughout the year with some packs in the token market. And so Karolinko would not be a bad card to have nice and early, just to have like a goal. Obviously he wouldn't be available until way later, but it would be nice to see it nice and early. Another player, maybe like a dark matter Dikembe. Dikembe would be a nice little center, nothing too crazy, nothing too overpowered. And again, these cards would not be available like the first week or the first day. You would need a lot of tokens, but I just want there to be something to go after for tokens in the beginning of the year, and then as you play more and more, there's a reason to get more tokens. So I'm hoping that happens. And another player that we could potentially be seeing, maybe like a Jerry West. I wouldn't mind seeing the logo be a nice little reward, a nice little dark matter, and so on. That would be really cool. You know, definitely some players you can choose from. Obviously they'd probably be like over 1,000 tokens and stuff like that, but again, it's just a reason to go for tokens. And 2K, we better see an amazing token market and token reward market players in 2K22. And now let's talk about the collector levels in 2K22, which what I'm hoping is going to be the best that it's ever been, because if it's the same as 2K21, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because in 2K21, Tatum, you know, not only did they make him super hard to get and he wasn't available until like later on in the year, but like we had like 4 rewards that you could there's like 4 things you could get, like 5 things that you can get from collecting cards for 2K21. And all I'm hoping for is that it's just better than 2K21 when it comes to collecting cards in my team, because there really was no excuse to give us such just few rewards, and bad rewards at that, for collecting all these cards. And it was 4,000 cards this year too. 4,000 cards. They should go back to something how they did in 2K19. If you guys remember 2K19, we had Giannis as the final reward. We ended up getting him for collecting all the cards. This one did not require 4,000 cards, by the way. It's like 2,000 something. And so Giannis was an amazing reward. Obviously throughout the journey, you could also get players like Karolinko. We were able to get, you know, J.R. Smith. We were able to get some other players too that people actually wanted to go for. And it was some nice little cards that you can aim for. They did something similar too in 2K20, where we had Anthony Davis as the final reward, which again was not 4,000 cards. It was like 2,000 something. And even throughout that journey too, we had, you know, some other rewards like Dwayne Wade. We had some bonus. We had some really good rewards. You got some tokens, you got some MT, you got some other reward cards. And again, I'm just hoping that it's as good as it was in 2K20 or 2K19. Do not give us the same as 2K21. Now when it comes to like the final player or the final card that I would want 2K to give us for collecting all the cards for 2K22, it's definitely, honestly, as long as it's like a big name, somebody that is actually going to be usable at that time, and it'll be nice and early instead of waiting, you know, super late, I'm happy with. But when it comes to like a specific player, I wouldn't mind seeing maybe like a Luka. A Luka reward dark matter would be amazing for collecting all the cards in 2K22. He is the cover athlete for 2K22, so maybe, you know, they could definitely go that route. I would not mind seeing Luka, point guard 1, you know, and obviously make him available around the time that Giannis was available and Anthony Davis back in the previous 2Ks. Don't wait until super late like they did in 2K21. So Luka would be cool. Maybe a Kareem. They could do Kareem too. He is the cover athlete part of the Legends Edition with Kevin Durant and also Dirk. So I wouldn't mind seeing either of those cards become Dark Matters. And honestly, if it was either one of those, I would definitely go for the collector level. And again, I'm just hoping, as long as it's not as bad as it was in 2K21, we should be good. And if they go back to like the 2K19, you know, routes and stuff like that, I would be super happy. And I'm really just hoping that when I load up 2K22, I see an actual collector level, you know, path and stuff like that. Let me know down below in the comments, what are some reward players that you guys want to see, whether it's maybe the final player, like who do you guys want the final player to be? Also, let me know some players that you want to see be some, you know, player reward cards you could get along the way, maybe like at 100 cards, 1,000 cards, and so on. And again, I'm just hoping the collector level is amazing. Okay, 2K, just make it, just literally just 2K19 vibes, okay? Let's go with that. And next up, as you guys know, 2K is going to be bringing back the whole season concept and everything like that. We're going to be having a season every so often, and we already went over all those players too. I made a separate video on all the reward players for like limited, unlimited. Yes, those game modes are coming back, triple threat and stuff like that. I made a video on that separately. You guys can definitely go check it out. I'm not going to mention those players since I already made that video, but at this point, like, I just want some good players for those limited rewards for unlimited, triple threat and stuff like that. But there is one game mode that 2K is going to be releasing, and that of course is the draft mode. And now when it comes to the draft mode, I want to see something amazing in the sense that, like, it's something that we know nice and early we could aim for, and then that way it'll give us a reason to not only play it, but also to keep playing it. And a player I feel like a nice little reward would be maybe a Pink Diamond Zion nice and early. I would love to see Zion become an early card because he's not like the most, you know, overpowered card. He's cheesy, but he's not super overpowered because he's, you know, he's not that tall. If he was like 7 foot tall, I don't think we'd get him nice and early. But since he is only like, what, 6'6", Zion would be an amazing reward for the draft mode. And again, it could be a nice little early reward that we could be getting. Maybe, you know, if you win a certain amount of games. And hopefully we do see a lot of rewards through the draft mode. I want to see tokens. I want to see MT. I want to see packs. I want to see a lot of other reward cards too. And then hopefully they do end up updating it as often as they're claiming they're going to update it. That way we get more rewards throughout the year. You know, maybe they'll update it every season and stuff like that. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen. And a lot of people have been asking for a draft mode. So 2K, you have a lot of pressure right now, but I think you can do it as long as you update the game mode, the rewards and stuff like that, and obviously make it, you know, worth doing. And so Zion would be a nice little amazing reward card that you can get nice and early. And for that game mode, I just want some good rewards and a reason to actually play it throughout the year. So we'll see what happens with that. But for now though, guys, this right here is going to be the video. I just want to show you guys my predictions for some nice early cards that we could potentially be seeing as we load up 2K22, like the starter players, the collector levels, the token market players, and so on. And again, we're going to call it right there. If you enjoyed the video and you're ready for 2K22 and you want to join that free gift card giveaway, then you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below some players that you guys want to see as rewards, maybe some other stuff you want to see for 2K22 and all that good stuff. Let me know down below. And if you enjoyed this video, check out the 3 that I uploaded. I ended up doing a nice little squad builder where we opened 13 boosted packs with every card in 2K. Check it out. Check out the previous 2K22 video where we ended up getting some more news, and then check out this other upload. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, hundreds on my bed, texting with the bill, roses in my wallet, and I'm flexing it for real. Racks and racks and racks, I look like rookie of the year.